Whoa, welcome to the feedback. Look who it is. It's the Moondog himself, Cassim G.
Oh.
Is that the Moondog in there? Wow.
It's me, Moondog in the morning.
Hey, welcome to Cast and Case in the Morning. I hope all our callers out there are ready for some hot slices of news and chat.
Welcome to the show, guys. I didn't just spend the last 15 minutes looking at clips of Jeffrey Dahmer to unwind and get ready for the show.
Just to relax.
Just to relax. It's a very soothing sort of like tonal thing that I like in the morning. It's like meditating.
Yeah. If he read like meditative passages, it would be relaxing.
Yeah, it would be like a calming voice from Wisconsin in your head.
I want you to close your eyes, really focus on your breathing.
As I latch the door. Now, have a seat while I grab us some brewskis from the fridge. Don't look in the fridge.
Just relax, just drink up.
There's nothing in the fridge, so quit looking over here. Gosh.
Smell those pork chops, really breathe deep.
Now just sit down, smell the pork chops. Sorry about the smell. I guess the fridge went bad. And, well, anyways, don't look at me while I mix your beer with this powdery white substance, okay?
Just don't look at this frothy, soapy beer.
We're just here to take photos.
Drink up, bro.
Drink up, bottoms up, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't say bro, he says buddy. Buddy's way better. Buddy.
he just, he's like really friendly.
Yeah. Drink up, bud.
Here you go, bud. Hey, have this if you like. And if you don't want this one, don't worry. I'll let you out.
It's a dangerous building. I gotta latch the door.
Yeah, you never know who could just come in. I'm kind of in a shifty neighborhood.
Yeah. Ignore the tight close-up on the latch of my door as I latch the door.
Anyways, my neighbor, Glenda, she's in all my business. She's so annoying.
She's a difficult neighbor.
Man, I wish I could move.
If Jeffrey Dahmer could clone himself, would he end up murdering himself?
Whoa.
Would he like invite himself?
Do you think he'd be attracted to himself?
I think so.
You look like you work out, buddy.
Wow, you look great in those jeans.
Oh, thanks. They're yours.
Yeah. I mean, they really fit you well.
Yeah, I think we look great, don't we?
Hey, you know the smell?
Yeah, what's up with the smell?
Doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother me either.
Drink this.
Like, yeah, you drink this.
Oh, let's fast forward.
Bill 93050 or 50, sorry, is asking whether Cassim is trying to honor Drunkle Ted.
Sorry, I should have the headphones. I was like, how are you hearing?
Also, I guess technically this is the feedback we're supposed to be doing news, but I don't know. We might just do this for a while.
Yeah, we might just do the Jeffrey Dahmer Power Hour, I guess.
Uncle Dahmer.
I don't know.
Power.
Just check in with Chet, see how you're doing, tell you to drink up, relax, maybe come over, we'll take some photos.
Yeah, just take a couple photos is all. Oh, geez, we really stepped in at this time, didn't we, Dad?
Yeah, I think a little bit.
Oh, what? That's the other thing is in the show when they call him out, like, why are you acting that? He just always goes, what?
They're like, hey, you're holding a knife at me. He's like, hey, I just want to pay you, take some photos.
What?
Chill.
You ever seen The Exorcist 3? What?
When he lobotomizes a child, he's like, is she going to make you really want to be here?
You're never going to want to leave.
He's like, dude, she's going to make you really relax.
Yeah, just relax. Watch The Exorcist 3. It's my favorite movie. Let me just fast forward to all the violence stuff.
I guess Drunkle Ted was just Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like an energetic Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer on Bang.
Yeah, well, banged up Dahmer.
Yeah. You guys already covered Bang on this show, right?
I mean, more or less. We didn't cover, though, the claims of...
Can I pull it up?
You absolutely can. The claims of what super... oh, God, what is it? Workout supplement?
Yes. So I know you guys saw this in the feed the other day, but just to reiterate for new viewers...
Creatine, sorry.
Monster sued Bang for false advertising claims. And some of these claims, quote-unquote, were touting a super creatine... But also, Bang had the ability to cure diseases that have evaded scientists for years.
Yep.
And also the ability to reverse mental retardation.
Which is the PC term because Bang is using it.
Bang. And if Bang's putting the R word on their can, guess who's bringing it back?
Yeah, it's their newest flavor.
IR.
Mango mental.
Hey, have a sip of my mango mental. Don't worry about all the stuff on top there.
Oh, it's like fully covered in frothing.
That just comes like that from the factory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Comes covered in like a frothy, bubbling white.
Sure does. Bottoms up.
Okay. And then everyone's just kind of like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to call it the victims, but,
No.
but they do just in the however they're playing it in that show.
Yeah.
I don't think some people would not drink the beer in some of those situations.
Some guys are like, all right. And then I think one excuse is like, oh, it's probably just a dirty glass.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, clean it. Get me a clean glass.
If I go over to a friend's house, I don't know if it's a mild sort of like, I'm not going to say I have OCD because the people have it and it's real, but like I always look at their
Same.
cups.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see watermarks, I go, okay, that's fine because dishwashers ultimately, like if you don't have the rinse aid in there, it's all kinds of. But if there's particulates floating around,
Yeah.
I'll do a rinse first.
Yeah.
And then I'll pour whatever
yeah.
liquid is. There's no way in hell you're getting me, unless it's like an Alka-Seltzer. There's no way I'm drinking anything with like bits in it.
I also like how Dahmer is so lazy. He doesn't even really mix what he's trying to poison people with very well. He just like dumps it on top, just swashes it around.
Swashes it around because he's so messed up.
Yeah.
That he just thinks he's gonna get away with everything and then does.
Yep. He literally invites cops into his apartment multiple times with bodies in the apartment.
I mean, if you wanted to come in, you could. He's just my boyfriend. Hope you guys aren't afraid of gay stuff.
There's a lot of gay stuff.
There's a lot of. If you want to come in, you want to see gay stuff, gay pictures, if that's your bag. And the cops are like,
Yeah,
no,
whoa,
buddy.
hey.
No, hey.
Listen, I think you're probably just take your boyfriend and go to bed.
Oh, okay, are you sure? You could come in. I could
Just
you.
get it. Can you get him in here?
All right, just want to let you know if you wanted to come in, you could, but there would.
I don't need to
probably
come
be
into
gay
this kind of apartment.
Okay, all right, officer. Well, I thank you for taking care of my boyfriend.
I didn't do that, and I'm against everything.
Okay, officer. Well, I appreciate you doing your job. Also, could you go down to Glenda's apartment? She's really been haranguing me lately.
Sure, I will be extremely rude to specifically her as she says the most reasonable things on the planet.
She keeps saying there's a smell coming out of this apartment, and it's just my fridge is bad.
Totally buy it. On the way to harass Glenda.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no
officer.
problem.
Thank you for protecting and serving.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I am a real person that existed.
And now he's the head of the police unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your story. Let's lighten this up a little.
Yeah, let's get off of our Dahmer Bang poison train.
But we'll come back to it.
We'll be back on it within 2 minutes.
I would like to come back to it at some point.
But you know what? Apparently, the story of the day is because it's at the top of the
Let's
list.
hear it.
It's National Taco Day.
Woo!
Whoa! Did you know you're in the middle of history?
Wow, October 4th is Taco Day.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, look, I know this is just. I love a taco. It's one of like my go-to. If I go scroll through Postmates at night, it's gonna be one of three things. It's gonna be like a pasta, a taco, or like a fish and rice thing.
Sure.
And tacos now, you live in LA, you got a lot of different kinds of tacos. My favorite taco, Keoghan Korean barbecue tacos, and that's not because one of my best friends, John Na, happens to be Korean. This is entirely separated from the fact that he's a Korean man.
Yeah.
Me and John used to film on the boardwalk around 2010, shooting Man on the Streets, and the food truck craze was just getting going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the big one at the time was Keoghan food truck.
Okay.
And they were like the first. Do you remember a food truck that was popular before Keoghan, John? He's shaking his Korean head no. They had ice cream trucks, Cool House. And so we would have to follow Keoghan on Twitter as to see where they were going to be because
Wow, it was that rare?
they're a truck, they're mobile.
Wow, and you were one of the first people on Twitter too. It's just you and those other
I was me and 6 people.
6 people following
Yeah.
Keoghan on Twitter.
And we would find them, and then we would go there, and there would just be a long-ass line of people ready to eat Korean barbecue tacos, and then you'd be like, oh, this better be good. And the first time I had it, it changed me and my thoughts about tacos. And to this day, I will eat Keoghan tacos probably once a week because there is a place that's not too far from me that delivers them. Not as good.
Brick and mortar?
It's a brick and mortar store that sells the tacos inside of it, and that was like that completely changed because the bottleneck into getting as many of these tacos into my body was following this truck around.
Yeah.
It really just made it a sort of a task. But now when they opened up a brick and mortar, anytime I want, I can get these tacos. And that's my favorite taco, and that's my National Taco Day story.
That's a beautiful story.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, the taco trucks are one of the few things that ameliorated the stress of the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008.
Yeah, did you partake a lot in the taco truck craze?
I-
You were in Chicago?
I was not in Chicago yet, so I didn't really get in. I didn't really get in until 2010 when I started working at Groupon, and I'd be like, "Wow, there's so many trucks outside of my huge office."
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Groupon was like a big sort of a catalyst for that stuff.
Yeah, end of the aughts.
Yeah.
Haven for weird Chicago improvisers.
Yeah.
In
that's a great way to
Chicago's
save money.
ugliest cinder block building, 600 West.
600 West.
Just this massive Lego block that was the size of a skyscraper. They turned on its side and clunked on the river.
And then you get to go in there and just be creative. What a
Just
what a
look at all
building.
the exposed lighting and be so creative. Be like, I really love the vibe of this place. They have ping pong. This is never going to end.
They had ping pong?
They were trying to be like a cool 2010 office. They had ping pong, endless. I will give them this.
Yeah.
Free LaCroix for everyone. Guys,
That's
free
sick.
LaCroix.
When me and John worked at Maker Studios, we had a ping pong table. And then also Razor scooters, like in a tech office, where like remember how everyone like just got so hard over having a Razor scooter.
Yep.
There's so much square footage we got to cover. Like, what's a cool way to do it?
And it increases efficiency. Everybody's getting around.
Exactly. You're
Think
getting
about-
exercise. You get your meeting and talking.
Efficiency and fun aren't mutually exclusive. In fact, I find they tend to dovetail. Here's a graph.
All right. Well, it's Bing Bong break time.
Well, we got through some pretty important news. It's tacos.
We got
Taco
through
Day.
all the big news.
Huge news today. Listen, stick
around.
around. Don't leave.
Yep.
You can't leave.
You can't leave. We've locked
Stay.
the door. Have a seat. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, we're back.
We're still here. You're still here. You haven't moved much.
Nope. And I like that. Thank you.
Polite.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks so much.
You're a cool guy.
Hey, would you mind if I drilled into your skull?
I'm
Just say no and I'll stop.
He was extremely polite. I said no, and then I left. And that was the end of the story. Guys, this was kind of news from yesterday,
Yeah.
but we didn't get to it because there was so much news. Fandom, site that owns a bunch of wiki pages for various, intellectual properties.
Yeah.
They've just bought a bunch of review sites.
Funny they didn't buy us.
Yeah, I know. We really were putting the vibe out there, too.
We really, I think we're looking to get bought. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it looks like we stay as a pirate ship
Yeah, no problem.
owned by a giant conglomerate media company.
Mm-hmm. They could unload us if they wanted to.
They
we're just saying.
absolutely could.
TV Guide, Metacritic, GameSpot, and other brands bought for about $50 million by Fandom. San Francisco-based Fandom acquired GameSpot, Metacritic, same thing, 46 mil. Financial terms of the pack were not disclosed. A source familiar with the deal pegged it in the mid 8 figures, with Fandom paying the roughly $50 million for the properties in cash.
Whoa.
Damn, Fandom rolling up.
That's almost as much as Will Neff makes.
I know.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a big reason we're so hard to sell. They got to pay that salary.
Oof.
We're thrilled to add these powerful, authoritative brands into the Fandom platform, said guy who owns Fandom, Perkins Miller, in a statement. The trusted insights, ratings, and content they provide will make us a one-stop shop for fans across their entertainment and gaming journey. I mean, this, by itself isn't necessarily that interesting of a story, but I do find it interesting. I feel like there's a chance over the next, 15 years, the internet could kind of start getting just hyper-consolidated. I mean, it already has.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Elon with the Twitter deal was more than just, it's the new Rupert Murdoch method of owning, like a Fox News.
Yeah.
It's just how much influence online can we own? Mm-hmm. But we're not for sale, baby.
Your only source for that unfiltered Dahmer/taco news.
That's right. Where else are you gonna get a guy who's
keep
gonna
it
talk
honest.
about Korean barbecue tacos for my dad?
If you want to hear about news that you could get from other sources, but in the voice of Jeffrey Dahmer, we're your only place.
You come to G4 TV.
That's what authenticity is.
Absolutely.
I'm authentically myself. Now drink up.
Bottoms up, buddy.
Bottoms up, buddy.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I think good for rich people getting richer.
Yeah, there's more. They throw some money at a thing, and then more money appears.
I'm such a fan of when rich guys use their ample amounts of money to just become so rich that they'll have to have great grandchildren before they even start to worry about money.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, it does make them happy.
Absolutely.
Makes them happy
All
and
the
better
reports
people.
prove it. Mm-hmm. I got to tell you, there was a time in my life where I was given a giant lump sum of money. They just
As a test.
They brought it. It was a scientific test.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just the first person to fill out the form, I guess. And overnight, so many of my problems went away. John got some money, too. Didn't a lot of your problems go away, John? Oh, yeah. But this is a part of my sobriety story is it was short-lived.
Oops.
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 Oops, I hit rock bottom.
Wipe those tears away with some money.
The money cures a lot of the things, not having to worry about a rent payment or a car payment. It does wonders for your day-to-day psyche, but it leaves you with all this extra time to start spending up in here, which is like your Disneyland of despair, is where you go to just completely spin out.
Yeah.
And I can if given enough time in my own head, I can convince myself of anything. And I had a lot of time and a lot of resources to do it, and I smoked so much weed it just kept me so detached. Yeah, but for a while, really alleviated a lot of the problems I had. Yeah.
I'm glad that you at least found a couple temporary solutions on the way.
You have to. A lot of Band-Aids approach before you got to start pulling it out, root and branch. You know what I mean?
Although I do wonder, Cass, if you had just filled that infinite gaping void perpetually with more money, maybe that would have been a permanent solution.
You're right, because the money that these white guys are playing with, it dwarfs any, and maybe I could just have access to something that we just don't know about they could completely alleviate the depression like overnight.
UFC for Fun says, "What is this shit?"
Oh, hey, UFC for Fun. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, welcome UFC for Fun. I also have fun.
Hey, we have fun.
I like a good fight.
You know what I'd like to do to UFC for Fun if he came over? I'd like to sit him down on the couch, handcuff him to the radiator, put on The Exorcist 3, give him a nice, bubbly Milwaukee's Best.
Sure.
And just watch him until his head fell over and then just strangle the life out of him. And then he'd never leave and he'd be my buddy forever.
Sounds like that's for fun.
Those are what fans of the show get. Sounds
Anyway.
like you're a fan if you're in this chat, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for being a fan. Love to have you here. Never want you to leave.
I never want you to leave.
Ooh, he says I like that. Hell yeah. We've got a new fan.
Good for you.
What is this show? If this is my first time tuning in, this is a good question. You know,
Yeah.
maybe he wasn't being an asshole. Maybe he really actually had a
No, I think it's a legitimate question. for sure.
legitimate question. Because I sit over there while you guys do this every
Yeah,
morning.
very unclear what it is.
But right now, I'm gonna pay you a compliment here, and I'm glad Fee's gone for this. She doesn't have to see me in this way.
Sure.
But this is one of my favorite things on the network
Really?
because I'm such a fan of daily like presences on the internet.
Sure.
I listen to a lot of podcasts and things that are daily, and they're like, I get attached to the personalities, and I want to see what case. Like this morning, I sent in the Barry Keoghan Joker audition tape because I was like, ooh, I want to see Case react to this.
We got to watch that.
We got to watch it, but like that's why.
Yeah.
Because I want to. I know you guys have this thing here, and I want to I want to see what they have to think about it. So it's a daily show, and you go through whatever's happened on the internet.
Yeah.
Usually you and Fiona, but sometimes a guest like me.
Yeah. Honestly, very glad UFC for Fun asked. Thanks for being in the chat.
Thanks for being in the
Thanks
chat,
for hanging
bud.
out, man. We freaking love having you here.
Oh, it's just me mopping up the weight room.
Listen, are these eyes freaking you out? I can take them out. If you haven't watched Dahmer,
You got to.
I mean, I have mixed feelings about it because it's definitely a bit exploitative of people's actual murders.
I took a deep breath because I land on both sides of this.
Yeah, same.
There is a lot of what like Errol Lindsay's one of the guys who was murdered by Jeffrey Dahmer, his sister who spoke at the victim impact hearing part in the show. She's the one that's like yelling at Jeffrey. This is what out of control looks like. She spoke out about how this show's kind of how she's been affected by it, and it's like drudging up a lot of trauma for her. She thinks it's exploitative. Netflix making money. No one asked any of the victims' families of whether or not they'd be cool with this.
Yeah.
On the other side of it, and that's all 100% correct, true, valid. And I'm trying to think of it as somebody who was in my teens. I was a young teen in the 90s. And my recollection of the Jeffrey Dahmer events were very vague and hazy.
Yeah.
And painted him as like this sort of legendary serial killer. Now, because I've watched the show, I have an idea of who the actual victims were, how their families were affected, and also how pathetic and like big a piece of shit Jeffrey Dahmer actually was. And he's not this sort of like cool. I hate even use the word cool, but like, you know how some people really grab on to serial killers and they idolize them and they go, these are geniuses. They were able to evade the police for like the Zodiac killer. Jeffrey Dahmer was a drunk who struggled with his sexuality and was just something was wrong in his brain. And it wasn't the fault of his parents, really. Like, he had a rough childhood, but the parents weren't to blame. It was just to show that he was just like he was like not made for this earth.
Yeah. I mean, it is true that for a long time the popular story around Jeffrey Dahmer was that he killed a bunch of male prostitutes. Like,
I thought it was all prostitutes.
Yeah, like as a way to diminish them being actual victims of.
Oh, they shouldn't have been out. What were they wearing? Like, like they were actual. There was only one of them turned out to be a prostitute. The rest were just people he met at clubs.
Guys, and he shouldn't have killed the prostitute either. Turns out.
Oh. Well, that's where we're going to have to.
Yeah, that's where we're going to have to disagree. Oh, well, I can't actually read this word of the day currently. But in case well, I will anyway. The word of the day is how do you pronounce it?
Homonymous.
Homonymous. This is a word I actually don't know.
That's actually not correct.
Homonymous. Homonymous?
Homonym.
It's HOMONYMOUS. And I can't read phonetically, apparently, so homonymous. Ambiguous, having the same designation of, relating to, or being homonyms. Those are 3 different definitions. Ambiguous, the second one is having the same designation, and 3 is of, relating to, or being homonyms.
We're going to need another calendar to explain what some of the...
This is the trickiest word of the day yet, guys. I honestly, reading the definition, I still don't really get what it is.
Yeah.
And I also don't get how to say it without maybe feeling like I'm saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to work that in.
Yeah.
We can do it incorrectly, you know?
We have a homonymous feeling about this word.
I have generally, I grew up mostly practicing homonymous, and then I grew out of it when
Sure.
I became a man.
Yeah, everybody's homonymous in college for a bit. You're figuring yourself out. They say it's like anonymous.
It's like,
Homonymous.
man, I need to go back to school.
Yeah, I probably should too. I only went to school for English and history.
I'm really trying to digest what it meant, and then I find myself thinking about other things, like maybe ADD is something I have now. You have adult onset ADD? Is that a thing that happens?
I think you just get bored of life and need more stimulation. Is that a thing?
Could be. Could be, yeah.
Well,
Well, guys, I'm going to just go read the story because there's nothing to it, and then we'll go to break. 007 casting producer confirms next James Bond will not be Gen Z. He's going to be old.
Oh, was that a thing? People thought he was going to be Gen Z, huh?
I guess so.
I am a James Bond traditionalist. I want James Bond to be a white male until I'm dead.
Wow. Okay.
And this is me, a minority.
Yeah. Me, I want him to be Cassim.
And my only reason, well, thank you.
Yeah.
My only reason is because my old father, who is who grew up in the Middle East in the 60s, which is like the U.S. in the 20s.
Yeah.
He's very set in his ways, and I don't think I could see what it would do to him if they cast somebody other than a white male in that role. It could kill him. It would kill my father, and I don't have the bandwidth to deal with that, at least in 2022. And so I'm glad they've decided to not cast.
Well, Gen Z doesn't relate to race. It's just age.
Well, it needs to be an older white male.
Okay, it could be an
Yeah.
older, not white guy.
Yeah, it needs to be white.
And I'm saying it could be you.
My father needs a white man.
Your father needs a white man. Well, on that note, we'll take a break and really consider.
I'm okay with whatever, like, for me, but it's for my father. Yeah.
Or do we need to take a break?
yes.
Yeah,
Beep,
I'm assuming. Beep, beep. Bussy's coming through.
Oh, Bussy.
Bussy? Wait, can we do a Bussy drop and then the break? Is that even possible?
Oh, let me see what I can do.
Because I need to hype my energy. Oh!
Oh! Here comes a Bussy. Here comes a Bussy.
It's the golden Bussies that really got me. All right.
No
Anyway,
sound effects, right?
As far as I know, no.
You guys didn't hear anything there?
Sometimes our sound effects are incredibly loud and we can't hear them. But
Yeah.
if there were horrible noises, tell us during the break.
God, that Bussy gets me going, baby.
Me too.
Hey,
we're
welcome
back.
back.
We're back at the doing the news and stuff. Doing news stuff.
Yeah, we're just doing new stuff. Don't go in the bedroom.
Cass, before the break, you
Yeah.
called out your father for his possible opinions on
Race and
race.
ageism.
and he texted me and said, "Hey, that's not how he said, that's not how I feel. I just feel like maybe this is something you might need to get
I gotta get ahead of this.
Yeah.
It's different now because I'm on the show.
Yeah.
I don't have an escape.
No, we got to sit in it afterwards. But if you get ahead of it, then we can be ahead of the show.
Listen, guys, I got to get ahead of this.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, on the feedback, I made some comments regarding my father's prejudices regarding race and ageism in regards to casting of the new James Bond. I want to let you know that we sat down with the Reverend Jesse Jackson, and we were able to sort of open up a dialogue and come to an agreement. And my father was able to kind of see the errors in his ways, and he is now committed to being open to the idea of having a different James Bond.
That's huge progress.
And this wouldn't be possible without everyone in the chat. The hate mail that we got, it worked. And the fact that everyone threatened his life, I think really got him, like perked him up.
Yeah.
And he decided to make a change. He said, maybe I'm doing something wrong. And so we just wanted to get ahead of this and say, we're sorry, or he's sorry. I'm not. I was just delivering a message.
Yeah, for him.
So, I
But we're
hope
ahead
you
of it,
guys
man.
accept his apology.
Yeah, that's great. And that's honestly, it's very brave that you've moved on to just apologizing for yourself. I think it's important sometimes to apologize for other people.
I feel like I should be able to apologize for other people against their will sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
And
thank you for the opportunity.
People's positions evolve. It's like any politician before 2004 against gay marriage, and then
Yeah.
their brains.
Oh, it's
evolve.
cool now.
Yeah, and
Oh,
they're
that
like,
gay
oh.
stuff is cool.
Yeah, if Dahmer was alive today, he'd say, "Oh, you want to see me proudly do some gay stuff?
Oh, maybe I could even run for governor.
Yeah, oh, I'm running for governor, gay governor."
Hey, it's me, Dahmer. Vote for me. 4 more years of gay stuff.
I think I got to get ahead of this.
Maybe we should vote. I'll let you get ahead of this on my behalf.
Recently on this podcast, we had made some comments, sort of improvising a bit where Jeffrey Dahmer was still alive and running for governor. And as a gay man, Jeffrey Dahmer would be happy to see how far we've come.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to everyone that might have thought that as distasteful. And I want to let you know that there's probably, most likely, that won't happen in this show again,
Yeah.
based on the reactions that we're getting.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes the situation is homonymous.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. Let's
yeah.
watch Barry Keoghan. Is that how you say his last name?
Maybe. I say Keoghan.
Keoghan?
Because I heard someone say it one time and it just stuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is he from? Was he in Dunkirk or something?
He was in Dunkirk. He was Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Yeah.
He was actually supposed to be Y in Y the Last Man,
Oh.
but they recast him after the pilot. So I think he's very good. He's very eccentric and weird, which is sort of, it's understandable why they would want to cast him to play Joker.
Yeah. And you might have seen that like leaked clip of him getting interviewed by Batman. Honestly, you don't get to see that much of his performance because they accidentally focused in the wrong direction. It was just a little error on set.
It's just a little big budget movie cinema error.
Yeah, they're like, oh, oops, we totally made him blurry by accident.
Roger Deakins is like, oh,
Dang.
stupid Roger.
Lesson 1.
Lesson.
My professor at NYU is going to be so mad at me.
Ah, damn, I'm 70.
I got to go back to Tish. Let's check out his audition, though, which is because it's, got an autofocus. It's crisp.
Yeah.
You can finally see the Joker in action.
Yeah, let's do it. This is the audition that supposedly got him the role of the Joker in the Batman movie. Now, all right, let's just watch it, and then I have some
Oh, he's
thoughts.
also Druid from The Internals.
Oh, yeah, he's in the Eternals.
All right.
And I assume, okay, here we go.
Ooh, yeah, a little soundtrack.
A little bit of Clockwork Orange vibe here, huh?
So far, there's a lot of acting. I like that. I try to go for volume of acting that I can see.
Yeah. How's he doing?
Heavy volume.
Heavy volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a good density.
I want to break this down because I was a judge in a short film festival, and I am judging this like this is a short film.
I mean, for an audition tape, a lot closer to a short film than many.
Yeah.
It's also could just be he's doing back exercises. He's kind of stretching.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Barry, do you know that we're filming?
Oh fuck it.
Oh, I gotta get the step in this way.
Oh no, he's gonna leave the shot. Oh, okay, good.
Okay,
They
good.
caught
Well,
up to him.
Oh, we're not locked off on a tripod? Great.
Yeah. This is the real way to do an audition is just make them wait for you to start.
Yeah. Did somebody say something?
Huh?
No?
Who,
Okay.
me?
All right.
I'm just walking towards $2 million.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Oak?
Yeah. Yeah, my agent's office is so spacious.
Yeah, I see. It's an exit sign, and there's a door.
Oh, it's the Scranton office.
On the other side of that door is like, hey, bottoms up, buddy.
Wow, we are a minute 30 into this.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing, no words.
Right.
Oh,
Hey.
there he goes. They added a screen shake.
A little screen shake. He's back, baby. Do you think that was a cut or it was all oneer?
Sometimes you got to throw in a trick to get the right performance. Like
Yeah.
he can't just nail that walk straight off nailing that other walk.
Yeah. Okay, he comes into the
Oh, he
light.
cut himself shaving. What a
Oh,
bummer.
no. That was a quick shave. That's what'll happen.
Yeah. Oop. Okay.
Well,
Oh,
he's pleased with himself.
He's late for school though, so he's in a hurry now.
I gotta get to AP Bio. Shoot.
Yes. Yes, sir. Now I will find the Batman.
Ask me how I got these report cards.
And that apparently got him the role.
Well, honestly, if you can confidently send a video of you walking in slow mo
Right.
to a multi-million-dollar movie and get cast, then you were right all along.
There is an arrogance that like actors who have made it have, but like they get away with stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because if this was, imagine some like one of your actor friends, and you know a lot of actors. Imagine they sent that to you and like, hey man, I'm gonna send that in to the casting director. I think it's like really artsy.
Yeah.
It's like it's beckoning to like a Clockwork Orange. I really want you to see that this guy is making decisions on the fly. He could kill at any moment, but he's got to have a little bit of a style to him. What do you think?
Honestly, before I'd seen that, I'd have been like, this seems like a joke.
Yeah.
This seems like a bit. Mm-hmm. Unless you really know this director and he's gonna think this is funny, don't send this to him. But now
Right.
having seen that and knowing that it worked, I'd be like, you're on the money, baby.
Isn't that funny? I think now if I'm gonna analyze this tape, Barry wants us to see something here, right? Like he wants to see that the Joker got off an elevator, was capable of violence, but like didn't really know what he was gonna do. Any moment he could just kill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looked at a door. I guess I could go in there and murder that family.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll.
Chaos incarnate.
Yeah. what will I tell you? What will she say, Bruce? What if I told you, Bruce?
In the jungle.
In the jungle.
I think you're right, though. He's projecting the chaotic nature of the Joker, the violence he's willing to do in any direction.
Yes, and but he's got to have a sort of like, vaudevillian, like
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
We think like this is kind of cool. Do you think this is his idea or somebody like wrote this for him? Hey man, you want to shoot this in my apartment? My apartment building?
It is funny to think that had to be someone's idea when there's so little to it. Like, hey man, can you film me walking down this hall and then turning around?
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. They added a screen shake
Yes.
for when he's murdering or whatever.
Which was like the stairwell, by the way, because that was the exit sign.
yeah.
So are we just supposed to think that there was somebody in the stairwell, or are we supposed to think that was somebody's apartment?
I guess somebody in the stairwell? Or I guess conceptually, maybe we're not even supposed to think we're in a empty, weird, dark office building. He's supposed to be on the streets. Although then why would he just film it on the streets?
Yeah. Because then the other people are going to like pull him out of his character.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's bullshit.
He'll get nervous.
You're his friend and you're shooting that. Barry Keoghan he's like an actor and he's won some awards. He's doing some of these like pretty big moves like that look back. Like, do you ever give your friend Barry notes about his performance or you just let him?
You're probably not in that position if you would.
You don't.
So, like, by the time you've made it to the point where you're filming Barry Keoghan's self-tape walking down the hall audition, you've already been his yes man long enough that you would violate,
Right.
Whatever friendship you've managed to accrue.
I like to think it was a Roomba with like a tripod on it.
His best friend that he's like drawing a little face on.
This is my best friend.
I put googly eyes on him because honestly, I'm built a little different. Like, honestly, I believe objects are our friends.
I put on this mascara all by myself.
It really has the vibe of like your high school emo band's first music video,
Yeah.
but then they just put classical music over it.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have the budget to do anything but, film a slow-mo on our DV camera.
That was sick. And that whole take out of slow-mo was 10 and a half seconds long.
And you could just feel how nervous and jerky he is. Like
That's the sketch is the actual regular speed version of his audition tape.
walking like they slowed it down way more than you think.
What if I told you?
Also, the makeup. What is it? He's like got claw marks or something. I don't know.
He murdered. That was
he
from
murdered.
that was the last reach of his murdered victim. Why? Barry.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, we say that we're a news show, but sometimes we get to witness art. Art can be news.
Everything that I watched was art just now.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Those of you that don't like it, guess what? You're not in the Batman.
Yeah. Maybe open up your heart and mind and try feeling something.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Stop
dude.
judging.
That's what Jeffrey Dahmer
You should
did.
try to feel something.
He opened up. I opened up his heart, and I guess I opened up his mind. I drilled into it, and I felt something.
I made him real comfortable here.
Yeah.
Now he never wants to leave.
Oh, he's face down on my mattress. No bed skirt on this mattress either, by the way. It's just, bachelor life. It's just me and my VHS TV combo and tape of The Exorcist 3 and Star Wars.
Yeah, there's some photos, but you're not going to want to look at them unless you're
So we-
comfortable with gay stuff.
Yeah, it's
Very
about
quickly,
this.
we have someone in the chat, App Steve, saying that this video was him trying to play the Riddler, and he sent it in to find the Riddler was casted. But off this video, they gave him the role of the Joker.
Wow. Well, that just goes to
okay.
show you how permeable the line between Riddler and Joker truly is.
Yeah, he did a little mixture of both there. Okay, I guess the hat makes sense for Riddler.
I feel like Jim Carrey really dissolved permanently the line between Riddler and Joker.
Jim Carrey
Clearly wanted to play the Joker.
Jim Carrey and Chris Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine a buddy cop comedy.
But they're the Joker and the Riddler.
Exactly.
Or just they're themselves. either way.
They're just themselves. It's Jim Carrey, but it's Chris Tucker from Rush Hour. It's Jim Carrey from The Riddler.
Yeah.
And you just let the cameras go, no editing for 3.5 hours. It's RRR.
Ooh, Joey Hedson has a good point. Joker plus Riddler equals the Jiddler.
The Jiddler.
Damn.
Well, beep, beep, guys.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
It's like Onslaught from X-Men.
What if I told you?
Wolf, I told you.
We're going to take a quick commercial break.
We'll
Be right back after this.
In the jungle, we didn't know what was happening. There was a man.
It was a man.
The locals called him Bussy.
Bussy. Stay tuned. More Bussy. When
Yeah,
we
sorry,
come
we'll just
back.
keep talking, Stephanie. You can take the break. Whatever.
Oh,
No, just
okay.
cut us off, please.
welcome back.
Hi.
Guys, full disclosure, I am downloading the audition tape we just watched to then open up Premiere and put it in normal speed and just see how it looks.
This is the beauty of this show. It's why it's one of my favorites on G4 is that you have the ability to just follow a thread like this.
To fully flex our Adobe subscription model
Yeah.
here at G4.
So tell me exactly kind of what the goal is here that you're...
I just want to, I need to figure out how slowed down it is.
Right.
Speed it up back to normal speed.
Right.
And then just see how it looks.
And maybe what it looks like a little sped up.
Yeah. And then, maybe 2 versions. And I send them both to Stephanie. I have to do it a little quickly.
Yeah.
But,
You do that. I'm going to cover this next story.
Okay.
Truck crash covers California highway in Candy.
Oh,
Now, from what I understand, you guys have been doing
we love crash stories.
crash stories.
We're like NASCAR, dude. We come for the news. We do it for the crashes.
Absolutely. And what are some of the recent crashes you've covered?
We've had meatballs.
Meatballs.
And marinara sauce.
Together or separate crashes?
Together.
Okay.
Well, actually, wait. Oh, shoot. They might have been separate crashes, but on very similar time frames. I can't remember.
Oh my God! Could you imagine at the point where they met, those 2 crashes? It's
One
just a
truck
bunch of
turkey.
Italians sitting by with a bunch of napkins stuffed in their shirts, like, hey, let's eat.
It was an ad for Olive Garden, for sure, that just...
Ma! Ma! Hey, Tony, let's eat.
Jason, what?
Ma, sit down. We're on the 5.
It's me, your Italian mother. Get back in the house.
It's me, your son, Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester, get back in the house. I'm trying to speed up Barry's Joker audition, and you're distracting me.
Ma, quit telling me what to do. I'm like 75.
Sylvester Stallone, who you clearly are.
It's me, Sylvester.
Sylvester, get back in here. Stop singing and dancing with your friends in all your 50s gear.
Ma, I was in Greece. You're right. Ew.
Sylvester, you're never going to be an action star. You're always going to be a dancer and a pasta eater.
I like a leather jacket, Ma.
Sylvester, I'm having trouble tracking my own thought process here as I try to speed
You're
up this
doing
video.
so much over there, Ma. Focus on your Adobe.
Okay, Sylvester. I hope the truck's okay.
Anyway.
I'm going to read this article. Halloween came early to a Thank you.
Thank you. I do feel like we earned that.
I'm going to put you guys in my new movie. Halloween came early to a California highway when a crash... By the way, this writing, the reporter was either having fun with this because you have to. Mm-hmm. This is like it's like a 2-sentence article. I'm not kidding. This is news now, okay? This is an Instagram photo. They pulled the photo from Instagram. They wrote 2 sentences to cover this story. October 3rd. Halloween came early to a California highway.
To a California
When
highway.
a crash involving 2 trucks caused one of the vehicles to lose its load of candy in the roadway. I feel like there's a lot of different ways you could write that sentence.
To lose its load of candy.
Lose its load of candy in the roadway. How many times did you have to write this story before you wrote this version? Like,
If you're good enough.
how many
only one.
universes would there need to be?
If you've been a slightly perverted news blogger long enough.
The California Highway Patrol's Madera office said troopers responded to State Route 99 near Avenue 11 when a big rig and a box truck collided about 8 a.m. Monday. There's actually one more sentence, actually. Photos from the scene show the roadway littered with candy that spilled from one of the involved vehicles. CHP said no injuries were reported from the incident.
What was CHP wearing?
Dude, good question.
Form-fitting uniforms?
Some of that real paunch stuff, slick back hair,
Nice.
tan, gold chain, white undershirt. I think that there should be a follow-up here. If we're gonna have this is gonna cause a supply chain issue going into Halloween.
Oh, so sad.
Do you have a Halloween sort of? Do you have trick-or-treaters that come by your place?
I have not been here on a Halloween.
I can't imagine why no one comes around my place.
I'm so sorry. It's in the middle of an apartment building.
Yeah, you just gotta, step over a few druggies, I guess, just to get over into my apartment. But I got the king size candies in here, fella. Come on in. Follow me.
I do get out the king size candies, by the way. I have don't get a lot of trick or treaters, especially the last few years with the pandemic. But I do have a couple families that exclusively start at my house. They come to me to get the king size because they live close by.
Nice.
Then they get in their cars and drive to a nicer neighborhood to do their actual trick or treating.
Strategy.
But they'll start at my house. They'll get the. I probably spend $80 on candy.
Wow.
Right now, what time? What is it? It's the 4th. Go on Amazon now. If you guys want to be the house everyone respects, go to Amazon right now.
I do.
And you do. Go spend, I don't know, $20, $30 on a pack of, you want the Reese's peanut butter cups, king size if you can. You want Kit Kats. You want Twix bars, and you want Snickers bars, okay? Those three will be. Now, sometimes I like to mix that up and get little packs of Haribo gummies.
Nice.
Okay, let me see what the chat is up to here when it comes to their favorite candies. I think those are the best. If you are passing out loose candy corn, you're no different than Jeffrey Dahmer in my book. Yeah, because there's all the things you could do to coat the candy corn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't even. It's just what. It's just a
It's
little
powdered
dirty.
sugar.
The candy's just a little dirty. Just eat it.
Yeah, just put it in your mouth. Bottoms up, buddy. Haribo are the cheap gummies I'm seeing from Deuces in the chat.
Deuces.
Okay. All right, buddy. This is. I think Deuces needs to get ahead of it now.
Oh, you're right. Do you want to apologize on behalf of Deuces?
Let me go ahead and apologize. I got to get ahead of this for Deuces. Recently, Deuces was in the chat, made a comment about Halloween candy, about Haribo are the cheap gummies. Mm-hmm. He didn't, at the time, know that his actions and what he was saying would affect the community in so many different ways, and made him look like a complete ignoramus. Mm. And now with feedback, and we sat him down and we talked to the governor and the mayor.
Great.
And they've both promised to pledge $10,000 to local communities that do support Haribo. And once again, I've spoken to the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
So glad you got him. You looped him in on this.
He's very easy to get a hold of.
Yeah.
He is committed to spreading sort of Haribo awareness.
Great.
And we wanted to just get ahead of this and say that we're sorry. And if you are a Haribo fan, that Deuces was, just out of line, but now has sort of seen the light.
Great. Deuces up. Thank you, Deuces,
Thank you, Deuces.
for apologizing through Cassim.
Oh, okay. Livin' Sleazy says Haribo is garbage. I stand with Deuces.
Oh, wow.
Albanese and Black Forest for the win.
One of those despicables that stands with Deuces.
Okay. I didn't know that our chat was being invaded by Black Forest apologists. You guys are, to me, are a terrorist organization. Mm-hmm. Okay. The Black Forest gummy is the I don't know. Do you know how like the Nazis popularized like Volkswagens?
Love where your head's at, and yes.
Yeah. This is exactly what these guys in the chat are doing with Black Forest.
Yeah, it's 1-to-1. Apples to apples.
On its own, Black Forest, fine company. Mm-hmm. But combined with this sort of rhetoric,
Yeah.
no, sir.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to go ahead and apologize and get ahead of it for you guys. And just know that Haribo's candy line is bigger, better, and puts, one annual sort of bottom line sales report from Black Forest is like, I would say, 1/10 of what Haribo's is. And so you guys know that the customers have spoken. They put their money where their mouth is, literally.
Well, let's introduce a little light to this Dark Forest.
Yeah.
Because earlier we got to watch
Yeah.
the slowed down audition. I believe I've
Yep.
sped it back up to roughly normal speed, and then maybe as a little treat, a little faster than normal. Stephanie, I slacked those things to you. Is there any
Yeah.
way we can pull it up using the power of our incredible software? Or is it hopeless?
This. might
I
take
can't
another
wait for
minute.
this. This is what makes the feedback so nimble, so fun, and Stephanie, take all the time you need.
We'll stay with this story all day.
I think I'm gonna move on to Mussolini next if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get this video up.
We can talk about Mussolini while Steph sees this sheet. I think if you download those, maybe it'd be easier to do. I don't know. They're both pretty small.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'm working on it. I'm doing my best.
Travis says, "Did Kasim get paid by Big Haribo?" You would think, with the sort of passion that I'm exuding here for Haribo, that I must be in the pocket of Big Haribo, a lobbyist for Haribo. Untrue. I'm just a fan. And if Haribo were to see this, if somebody were to clip this part of the show out and send it to the marketing folks at Haribo and say, like, look, like, this guy's your biggest fan, like, and if they were to send me boxes of Haribo to my home address, not my work address,
Sure.
I wouldn't want to share.
P.O. Box. No, we can't.
I would obviously support them like the nice folks at Bait who have done with their clothing, which I'm such a big fan of now that they've given it to me.
Wow,
And,
they could send even more, I guess, and you'd like
and
that. Yeah.
and I would obviously, I am part of the thing I'm trying to do in my old age is like really sell out hard, because when I was growing up on the internet making YouTube videos, I was very careful with the brands that I worked with. Now, if you've got cash, I'm your guy.
Yeah, no standards at all.
No,
Anywhere.
anything. I will sell anything. If you are the company that makes the powder stuff that Jeff Dahmer used to put it in his brewskis,
Yeah.
I will find a way to market that.
Do know, slight caveat there. We will apologize afterwards. Because obviously we're going to try to get ahead of it. But
Obviously,
that's
we will.
honestly to protect us and your brand.
Yes. And guess what? When you get ahead of it, it's just more marketing.
Yeah, it's free marketing.
It's free marketing.
People love the apology and they love the ad.
The controversy that you get your name out there, and it's people seeing that you're capable of change, and that only wins you customers. So this is fun. This has been fun. You know, there's probably 3 too many Fionas on this table. I've decided.
Yeah.
She's so
There's-
embarrassed by these, by the way. I told her I want one for my personals.
Yeah. I really like this one. This one is the most Nick Kids to me. Like,
Yeah.
coming up on Nick Kids.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. I'm Fiona. I'm in Austin, Texas, working for another company.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the bearer of bad news.
It's okay, Steph. Go ahead. We're
we cannot
adults.
do the videos right now.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, if you go into Premiere, if you download the video and speed it up 200% and then 600%, you can see the work I did. Wait, what happened with the videos? They're just unusable?
Oh no, it's you sent it to me on my account, and this is under a different account.
Wait, is it under Lena's account?
Yeah.
I'll send them to Lena.
But the Slacky won't work. Like I still need to. Okay, yeah, go ahead, send it to Lena.
All right. Because, I mean, there's no stream after this, right?
No.
So
But I will stay on this stream as long as it takes.
Because these are only 80 megabyte files due to the incredible rendering job I did.
Nice job.
Under really just duress.
I'm holding Fiona hostage until this video gets put up. You understand? She's mine, and I can
Send it
do
as a
I
Google
wish.
link. All right. This is going on Google.
Yeah.
Guys, this is a whole process. Is it going to be worth it? I don't know if it's going to be worth it.
This is a story I can talk about quickly because I put it in the document. CD Projekt Red went on Twitter and announced a whole bunch of new games.
Ooh.
Now, I watched the Cyberpunk Edge Runners anime. Have you had a chance to watch that case?
I did watch it, yes.
I don't know how you find the time to do all that stuff.
I did stay up really late one night and just watch the whole thing.
Did you like it? Just say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I thought it was really great as well.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it so much that I started playing the game again. And my first playthrough when the game came out, I only lasted 10 hours. And I was like, I can't with this. This game's so buggy. So I put it down. And I was highly, highly anticipating the release of this game.
Yeah.
I just recently went back. I have about 30 hours into it now.
Nice.
I am having a great time playing this game.
Nice.
Cyberpunk is one of my favorite genres, I've said before on shows. So they just announced that Orion is a code name for their next Cyberpunk game, which will take the Cyberpunk franchise further and continue harnessing the potential of this dark future universe. And I think that's, and by the way, they went on to announce like a new Witcher game, a new Witcher multiplayer, and a completely new IP. Part of the problem I have with a lot of these is that these are probably years and years away, and I thought maybe they would take more of a stance that Rockstar Games does, which is like keep their goddamn mouth shut until they have something to show. But I think it is important for us to know that they, even though they got so much backlash from the release of Cyberpunk, that they are still working on the franchise, because to me the world is very rich. I think they have seen, since they've had a big spike in people coming back to the game, that people really do like the Cyberpunk world that they've built, and we really want to find ways to play the game. And if they, they were going to do a multiplayer, I think they kind of like pushed that or scrapped that. But they are working on a new DLC that's supposed to come out next year. But a completely new game with this in this world is fantastic news. I do hope we get a multiplayer one day. And for me, I'm enjoying this news. I'm a big fan. Thank you, CD Projekt Red.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may have, with Lena's blessed help, I may have figured it out.
That's
Oh,
incredible.
interesting. And if not, we're going to need to get you up here to get ahead of that.
Yeah, we will need to apologize
Yeah.
and to get ahead of it.
Oh,
But I believe in you.
okay.
I believe in the power of the internet.
Okay.
Fiona believes in you. Look at her.
All right, ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, this is normal speed.
Okay.
It's still so long.
It's still really slow, honestly. That's why I sped it
Is
up.
it super zoomed in, or is it, that's just...
Oh, I guess it is. Damn.
Oh,
Well,
Okay,
that's
but I
enough.
get it. I get what's happening here.
you sure?
Why is it so zoomed in? Is that how it... Guys, I did a bad job rendering. That's a shame.
No, you did that in 2 minutes. Cut yourself some slack.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's-
should have resized it. Well, you get the idea. It's still pretty slow.
Hey, it's me, Sylvester Stallone.
What?
Sylvester, what are you doing in the street still?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Ma, that I really enjoyed the Barry Keoghan audition tape at regular speed.
What, even though it was zoomed in and you couldn't see his face?
I saw everything I had to see, Ma. I
Well-
saw his back.
I feel like I've been too hard on you, son, and honestly, you're a good boy. You spend all your time in the street observing truck accidents, but I love you.
Grab a meatball, Ma. It's underneath a tire.
Right off the street.
I got to get ahead of this.
Yeah, we should probably get ahead of this.
I want to apologize to Sylvester Stallone for, and I guess the Fonz, or what's it, John Travolta,
Travolta.
or all these characters sort of together.
Yeah.
Who have worked their way into an absolutely terrible impression. And on behalf of myself and Case and let's just say Austin Creed,
Yeah.
I want to apologize to anyone that might have been offended or taken offense from that impression.
Can you just apologize for me, too? Because the voice I was doing, I was trying to do a Chinese man's voice.
That was the Chinese man?
Yeah.
Let
I
me
think
get
it might
ahead
have
of
come
this.
out as sort of slightly stereotypical Italian mother. I'm not even sure if it was that, but I was going for Chinese male.
Okay, I want to get ahead of this for Case, who was trying to do Chinese male, ended up giving us stereotypical Italian ma, but like I thought that really worked wonderfully
Great.
against my really good Sylvester Stallone.
It was very good.
But I'm only apologizing for it based on the guffaws that I've gotten
Yeah.
in and around the office.
Yeah,
So thank you so much, guys.
Guys, tomorrow I'm going to appropriately render these videos out. We're going to have them loaded up. And if Cassim's here, we're going to have to bring him on just to...
I'm going to be here. I got to shoot some stuff and, would love to see kind of where we land with this.
Yeah, we'll see how many times we can speed it up. What's the most satisfying way to speed it up?
Yeah, sometimes I like to do it real fast and sometimes real slow.
Oh my God. I can't believe you brought me. Oh my apartment.
Hey, big fan of your films, Mr. Travolta. I hope you don't mind if I do my own version of Face Off.
I don't mind at all.
Yummy, yummy. Get in my tummy.
Well,
Oh,
anyway.
Geez, I guess I really stepped in it this time, eh, Dad?
Hey, geez, should I get ahead of this?
What?
They did do a good job of casting young dad and old dad. They have like a nice... There's a little bit of a line there in their performances, I feel like.
In the Jeffrey Dahmer's dad?
Yeah.
We got mostly old dad, right?
Mostly,
Yeah, that's a good actor.
He's great. Yeah. I think of him as the dad from Step Brothers, but he's a good all-purpose dad.
I did see the meme where he's just been like a terrible dad, you know. But here's the thing, guys. He wasn't a terrible dad. He was a dad. He really did try to like. I'm not going to get into the I'm not going to be a Dahmer dad apologist at this point.
Yeah.
Because then I'll need to get ahead of that, and I don't think I have.
We've been getting, honestly, we're behind when we're supposed to go off the stream. So how far ahead can we
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's past time.
get? It is.
Well, I mean, I want to thank you for having me on my first ever feedback. Hopefully, it's not the last. I'll find ways to.
I think
cover
we
for
stayed.
free.
I mean, we made mistakes, but we apologize for them instantly.
We can't get in trouble. We're uncancelable.
yeah. We're like so far ahead of the narrative
No.
that we're not even making the narrative.
Absolutely.
We're like in front of it.
We're
looking
so,
back.
Absolutely. Everyone's in the rear view applauding us.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
What?
Guys, thank you so much for watching the feed. Thank you to Cassie
Thank
for being on
you.
here. Thank you to Stephanie
Thanks,
for
Stephanie.
trying to get my poorly sized video up so quickly.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Though it just shows what we're almost capable of here on the
Yeah.
feedback.
We're always almost doing it
so
here.
close.
Yeah.
Hey, better luck next time, kid. Keep punching.
Thanks so much. I got to go to the. I'm not. Never mind. I got to go to the specialty supermarket.
See you next time, kid.
See ya.